Hi guys. Hello, hello. Can I hear you? Can you hear me? Can we hear each other? Katie, I can't hear nothing. Hello. I lied. I get everything.
Everything's off.
I lied. I can hear it all.
There we go.
Hi guys. It's May 5th. Psych. It's June 5th. It's June 5th, 2021. Sorry, I definitely smoked a split for two before I got here. You already know. But welcome. Am I gonna go live on my page or I'll go live on my page because my friends don't get up till the show is over anyway. They'd be like, "Oh, what we talking about? Nothing. I'm going home." Welcome. Happy Saturday. It is still Gemini season, bitches. We are ruling the world. We're ruling your Mercury. We're in your moon, your sun, your everything.
Sure.
Like, bitch, we are everywhere. You're welcome. So happy you could be here. I feel like I can't hear myself. So can you hear yourself?
I can hear you. I can hear me.
Okay,
and
then I
hear
guess the
you.
people can hear me. The people on my live can hear me if they was on the live, but they're not because they're still not awake. But welcome to Relative Realness. We're here every Saturday from 12 to 1 to talk shit. Today I have one of my students, because I used to educate the youth back in the day. We don't gotta talk about it, but we can. I know for those who know me know that school and I were not friends. I was never a fan of school. I was always bored. I was never interested. However, I always appreciated bless you. I always appreciated having a teacher that I could relate to or trust or just confide in. So in my older life, no one would have thought that I would have went back into the fields of education. But I did for a very, 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 very long time. I can't see. You can't see because my camera's turned the wrong way. I was wondering, like, what is this blur? Welcome. Hi, guys. Thank you, JoJo. Shout out to JoJo. She hasn't been here for a while. We miss her. We miss you, Yum Bougie. But yeah, so nobody thought I would go into the field of education and definitely not go back to Trey Whitfield School, also known as BBA, Bethlehem Baptist Academy, as I know it, which was my old elementary school. So going back there with the same old teachers that were there when I was there was very interesting because they quickly realized that I'm the same person and that I ain't never changed and I still don't like school and I still don't like y'all. And, it's just, it's interesting. But with that, I got to meet some really dope ass kids and some dope ass kids who are now grown and like are in college and are reaching for the stars and reaching for their dreams. And two of those people were Sydney and Elisha. They were sisters.
Yes, yeah.
And Elisha was always dancing and always stressing me out to help her with her auditions for her dance auditions, right?
Of course.
And Sydney was always stressing me out
Yeah.
because nobody would take her to these damn Broadway shows with these Broadway singers and stuff. So she'd be like, Miss John, my parents don't want to take me. And it's at a bar and I can't go. So yes, I will go because of course, why not? So I welcome you, Sydney. And she brought her friend Elijah, who's from Ohio.
Yes.
Who's from Ohio, and he's here today. And we love having out-of-towners. Is this your first time in New York? No, because you go to NYU. Duh. I remember. I be smoking. I told you I be smoking. So I'm gonna be asking the same questions over and over again. I'm gonna put y'all on my live now.
Oh, bird. Your camera's still flipped.
Okay, stop. Are y'all there? Okay.
Hey, Lai.
Yeah. So Sydney. I haven't seen you in a while. So tell me what's up. Tell me what's new. Tell me what the pandemic did to you.
Oh my God.
See how I rhyme there, guys?
Let's go. Come on, rapper.
I'm a poet, don't you know it? That's not for sure.
School is good. I mean, going to college in a pandemic it's a whole lot to learn. And like you can't really learn it from anybody else because you're the first group to go through it. So, we all came in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, just ready to learn and excited to learn. And things got very difficult from the beginning. Just because we never knew like what was going to happen. It was always like, we don't really know.
And is this your first year at NYU?
Yes, it is.
You as well?
Yes.
Okay, so your first year at NYU, you're freshman. You're thinking, yes, I'm about to be And like, I'm about to be in the city. I'm about to be doing these things and meeting these people and going to all these shows.
Fools.
And then what happened was, right?
Fools.
Absolute fools.
So how did that work? Did you guys still go into the school at all, or was everything virtual?
Yeah.
How did it work?
We were virtual our whole first semester.
Okay.
So imagine taking dance classes on your laptop.
Oh, I've
with
been
like
watching like
this much space.
watching people take dance
Child.
classes on a laptop. Like I could never.
It is not sexy.
First of all, I can't even pay attention in the class. So how y'all? What? I'm sitting down.
I don't fit.
Like,
Off the record.
I can imagine.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, my attention span is absolutely in the gutter, especially now, like, since we started doing blended classes this semester, having to, like, keep my eyes open and my brain awake for an hour and 15 minutes, like, unabashedly, not on my
Right.
phone, not, like, getting snacks.
Right.
Like, it is hard.
You have to retrain yourself.
No,
all over
really.
again.
Like,
And it's harder to retrain yourself when you grow. Like, what? But I don't want to.
but I don't want to.
Like-
I simply have no motivation.
I don't want to.
Like,
So
no.
you didn't get. So do you feel like you didn't get like the full like freshman first year NYU
Yeah,
student
we didn't.
experience,
We really didn't.
right?
We
You're not in the
didn't.
city. We not in no bars. We not smoking hookah. We not doing nothing. We didn't get to do none of that, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I feel for you.
It sucks. Like, not being able to take our classes all together, not seeing people in the hallway. Like, you only made friends because you reached out to people.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know people who like didn't reach out to people, so they have like no friends. Like, they're like, I feel like I know of a lot of people, but I don't know
them,
anybody.
right?
Which I feel bad because. Like,
And what is your
thankfully, I
major?
made friends. We're drama majors.
And you're drama major, so you kind of have to know people that because these are people you have to work with, like for
Exactly.
real. Like
Like-
I need to know your character before you get into character because
Hello.
I need to know who I'm dealing with. Like
And you find out the hard
that was a word. Amen. Okay.
It was.
Right? Like I need to know your character before we get into character because who are you yourself or
No.
how many scripts did you read during the pandemic?
What do you
Because
know?
Who are you right now? Like
Wow.
What do you know, Shara?
On the head.
so I'm just saying. So when y'all get back and people start switching up, you don't know who the hell is who, honestly.
Sure
Because
don't.
I've just been looking at you through a screen.
We came in not knowing
It's-
who the hell was who.
All right,
Okay,
it's-
and found out the hard.
So
Real
how did you
quick.
guys get to know each other? Because you're from Ohio, right? Right. Oh, that's a story, y'all. Hold on. You saw that? That was a whole story. Just know that half the story they about to lie. Go ahead. How y'all?
No, we don't remember.
We don't
What do you mean you don't remember talking?
We've been trying to do this
Hold on.
forever.
Ever.
We keep like, how did we start talking? How did we become friends? And we keep racking our brains. And
We can't remember.
Elijah came with me to get my first tattoo, and that was like the second time we hung out.
Like, yeah.
And I still don't know why he came with me.
Don't know. We
That's
can't
funny.
remember.
We cannot remember
And
why
it's
we started
weird.
hanging out, why we started texting. Like, we would be in class, like joking with each other. Still don't know how that happened.
But that's just energy. That's
yeah,
just
we've
just
decided to
energy. That's what I
believe
said. We said,
that
okay.
that's we gave up.
especially if you can find that friendship in this climate,
Yeah.
right? And hold on to it and it keeps going. And at least you had each other to even be here right now
Really,
and say, this
though.
shit was whack. Like,
Really,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it was whack.
we don't do nothing else. We
don't-
we don't kiki.
So, like, what's the dream? Like, okay, so does everything open back up in September, August, whatever, whenever you go back to school?
Yeah.
So is it like back in the building, back to like actually being
Supposedly.
the human
Supposed to.
connection?
Ask me again September.
We won't
2nd.
know until the day before we start classes.
And that's being
knowing
generous.
NYU.
Right.
We won't know until the day of, the morning. 2 a.m. the day of, they're gonna send the
So you're a
schedule.
drama major. So how was that? What was that like for you, Sydney? Because I know how you like breathe
Yeah.
musicals. Right?
Yes.
So like having like Broadway shut down and like,
Oh.
did you go to like Times Square during the pandemic?
I went
I-
once. I went once and it was absolutely empty. And it was weird, especially because like having like just been accepted to NYU and
Right.
like deciding to major in this, it's literally was like watching a car crash in slow motion. You're
Mhm.
like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
Mhm.
And just feeling very confused and lost and like I didn't have a plan B at that point. So I was like, I don't know what I would want to do instead.
Mm.
And I had just got into NYU and I had pretty much rejected all the other offers, the other like 2 offers I got. And so it was like, well, I guess I have to do this
Yeah,
because
man.
I already signed the papers,
Oh.
you know?
Now, like, look at that though. Like, you grow up and it's like, especially when you're creators and you're artists,
Yeah.
right? You're already struggling. Just know you're gonna be a struggling artist.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. You're gonna be struggling at one point
Yeah.
or another. You're gonna be struggling, right? But that's the dream. That's your passion. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So in a situation like this, where everyone is shit out of luck, no matter what degree you have,
Literally.
no matter right. But when you that person, like, but I don't have a plan B because this is my plan. Everything.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I was at home losing my mind. Remote learning was driving me insane
Oh
with my
my
son.
God, I'm sure.
Not to mention his school is all white, so it's just like it was just wasn't. It was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Right. I had started a blog.
Yes.
Right, because I had to tell my story, and I tell my story, and I started this blog, and I started writing stuff. Everybody's like, "Yo, your blog, your writing's really dope," and everyone like random people were hitting it. It was cool, whatever. And then my friend Carolina, who went to Frank Sinatra, Carolina, she was like, you need to do something where people actually see you and like see like interact with you and stuff because it's like your energy and everything. So I was like, okay. And then this girl linked me up to do this podcast, right?
That was God.
Won't he do it? So this girl hit me up about this podcast. It was a great idea, and we came together. But as we all know, all energy is not good energy and doesn't mean it needs to be together. So here we are. It didn't work out for everyone. But we're here now. But you had to like find something to do. You had to find your stitch, especially when you don't know what your plan B is going to be when you only have one plan.
Hello?
You know what I mean? So what did you do during the pandemic? Like, how did you keep your sanity, guys?
Wow.
Did you go back home to Ohio, or did you like stay in New York the whole time?
No, I've been here the entire time.
Okay.
No, yeah.
You just didn't want to go back home?
Like
or
for school.
He was like, there's no reason.
Like, I always wanted to be back in New York because I felt like cheated. Because like my family's from New York, but they moved.
Okay.
Before my mom was born. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so you're like, the dream was to always come back to New York and have that experience.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
I'm happy to be here either way.
Oh, that's cool. So what did you guys do? Like, how'd you keep your sanity through the pandemic?
We went out.
You was outside?
We would go eat and like anytime, especially because we were on screens literally all day long from like 9 a.m. to 6 o'clock at night. It was like driving us bonkers. So we would just make like dinner plans and lunch plans. And like, it was really about like making friends and hanging out outside of a Zoom screen because I swear if I had to look at a camera again, like I was going to blow up.
Yeah,
because you're looking at a camera
going
through class.
to combust.
I don't understand as a drama student, how does that work virtually? Like how are these monologues
and
the scenes and what?
Yeah, we're also musical theater.
Right. So how, like, what were those classes like? Like how?
What were those classes like?
Like how did break it down? Like, so
break it down. Break down your day.
How did they make like a musical theater class on a virtual screen? Like how many kids in the class? Number one, how many kids on the screen?
Well, 14. About 14, 15 on per like small group.
Right.
So yeah,
14, 15 is a small group.
Yeah. Our grade, like our freshman class musical theater is about 60 something kids.
Okay.
And
maybe like 50 now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then the drama, like the whole drama majors as a whole is probably about 1,000 plus kids, but just NSB is probably like 300.
So you guys are like singing and rehearsing and doing stuff on screen?
Yeah, probably a little more than that. It was all on screen. Everybody was on screens.
Yeah.
Try imagine doing ballet like on screen. Your bar is your chair. You have about 4 square feet of space in your room.
Your bar is your chair.
Your bar is your chair, honey. Convoy forward.
Oh,
dance for the sun.
Dance for the sun.
So like, for dances. For dances. Okay, so like I'm at Juilliard, whatever. I'm in dance. I want to be in the New York City Ballet.
Yeah.
This pandemic just screwed me. Like you don't have the training. You're not in there. You're not performing. You're not. There's no roster. There's
literally nothing.
So like, where do you go? What does that mean for the dancers that were okay?
Child.
And like I was a principal, you was a principal dancer. We don't know if you're gonna be one. Like it's a whole new round. We need a whole new gang of new bitches. Like
I feel so bad for like the seniors because like they do like senior showcases,
right?
Like that. So, that's where you get your agents or your managers,
right?
If you're lucky.
What does that mean for your?
And I like what? No, really, that is a question that I have that hopefully gets resolved by the time I get to these 4 years because I don't want to have to ask that question again.
So because you guys are drama majors and musical theater majors and what's the dream? Is the dream to pursue acting? Okay, so your dream is Broadway.
The dream is Broadway. I always tell people like the dream is Broadway, but the dream is just being able to perform professionally on stage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
that's really the dream.
Even in London or like at the Guthrie or like anywhere with a good.
I'll do paper now. Hello. I'll show up.
I'll do the Muni.
Now the fact that you guys you're trained. You're trained professionals. Right? You're training. This is your profession. This is your passion. This is what you want to do. This is what you love to do. Right?
Yeah, man.
How do you feel about the people, the internet, and the humans who are making it and making a name for themselves and making fame for themselves for doing absolute nonsense on TikToks and Reels. For people who like are really out here grinding, right? People who are really like the real comedians who are really out here doing comedy and out in clubs and getting to be known. And then you got people who just being stupid online and you just getting to be known to be stupid online. But like, how do you feel as being someone who this is your passion that you've worked for, that you worked to get into NYU for? Like, how does that feel for you?
Well, me personally, like, I feel like it's all art.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I feel like it takes talent. Because everybody does it, but not everyone gets famous about it. So I feel like even if you're just singing for 5 seconds, like it's a talent, I guess.
I feel like there's space.
Right?
It's that.
I like
it
that.
doesn't affect what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I feel like it's different.
Right?
And honestly, some of these kids on
and like
TikTok
we could get on there and do that. We don't even
Some kids be acting on TikTok.
Right.
They be giving
even the little TikTok
production.
There's that one TikTok that what? They have time. The lighting,
I do not.
the backdrops, the timing, the backdrops, the lighting, the cinematography, the sound, like
and everything.
It's an amazing.
I wear one hat. These kids wear like 12. Okay,
literally.
Like they are directors and choreographers and stage.
But like the dudes who just like put lipstick on and make fun of women all day.
That is not.
That's
comedy.
like I don't care.
That's
I'm not
coonery.
I'm not
poor coonery.
I'm not looping that in.
Yeah, there are a lot of people out here doing dumb shit and just getting money and doing dumb shit. And
making fun of black women. That's just not funny.
Not at all. But I do understand how you say there's space for it.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be like.
You don't want it to be the face of
just
like,
just like watered down and cheesy, and then everything you start seeing is just those people you've seen on the internet just doing, which is great because I love seeing new faces and I love seeing new people, especially new black people. Hello. So when I see shows with new black faces and that's great. When I see people that are online that are grinding and doing stuff, I love it. But when I see it's just nonsense and it's like, but why?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why? Just so you could try to get on.
Yeah. You can see when the passion isn't there.
Yeah.
And I think when it just sort of becomes like, I don't know, there's like the line between like that's somebody's dream and someone just is trying to be famous.
Right. And then you also know when someone is just doing something because that's just their genuine, like,
that's
like the girl with the glasses that laughs with the chips. Like she'll eat chips and be like, I'll come see you after the pandemic. No, I won't. And she'll put her shades on and start like eating chips.
Yeah.
And she just got funny off of that.
Yeah.
Because everything she would say, she'd be like,
yes, I know
the
what
shades
you're
on,
talking
right?
about. Yeah.
But she's a smart girl. She's like the real Queen Gambit. Like she's like this like national chess player. Mm-hmm. And like Rihanna ended up sending her a bunch of Fenty shades just so she could do it. Yeah. But like she was generally just being herself. Like her hair was all messed up. She's in her house like, I'm not doing that. Like, but she was keeping it real. Like, no, she's dead ass. Like she's letting y'all know it's a pandemic. I'm not going nowhere.
She's not doing that.
Like, but she made her thing off of that. Yeah. And because of that, now you get to hear and see all the other amazing things that she does. Because she's not just online just doing nonsense. Yeah. So what else are you guys doing? What's the dream? You go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then well, before we even go back to school, because before we go back to school, like I was thinking the other day that, you know, it's summertime, right? I'm milking the government as much as I can because I don't want to go back to teach these kids, but I have to. So before I do it, I was like, you know, I'm really just going to enjoy my summer, like the rest of my summer. Mm-hmm. I'm going to just go out with my kid. I'm going to just, you know, travel. And I'm just going to have some fun. You know, whatever coins I have left, because I'll be struggling anyway come September. I might as well just enjoy it, right? So what's the plan for the summer? What are we doing? Where we going? We open. We outside. We outside.
We're back.
We do it.
Hello. We outside.
So what are you guys doing for the summer? What's the plan?
Well, my birthday is next month, so we're planning the
happy birthday.
Planning the born day.
But it's not yet. It's still Gemini season right now.
Sadly. Almost Cancer season.
Still not your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God.
Okay, back to you. Sorry.
Traveling, of course. Family vacation. My friends and I want to do like an out-of-state thing because I'm getting older and now I can go away by myself.
Well, how old are you now, Sydney?
I'm 18 going on 19.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi guys, welcome to my live.
Elijah, what are you doing for the summer?
Elijah, what are you doing for the summer? What's the plan? Are you going back to Ohio? You're like, I'm good.
No, I leave a week from now, actually.
Okay.
I'll be going when I get home.
Sad face for those of you who couldn't see me.
Elijah.
I'll be back though for Sydney's
birthday.
My birthday
festivities.
Okay. Oh, you have an extravaganza.
Yeah, of course. You know me.
Always.
The birthday has to be big every year.
Do you have a lot of family in Ohio?
Our family's like, we don't have a huge family, but I do have, all my family does live in Ohio.
I'm sure they're going to be excited that you're going to be back home for a while.
They're ready.
He's like, yeah. No. Y'all saw his face. He said, they ready.
It's
He's like, they family. I got to go.
I'm not sure.
They family. So Broadway's opening up. What do you want to see, hope to see, need to see?
The blood and the pain.
The hurt and the pain.
What is like?
So basically, amidst the political climate of the last year, Broadway is facing a reckoning, and we, as Black individuals who would like to be on Broadway someday, don't feel comfortable engaging in a Broadway that is not changing to fit the world that we now live in. So we are joining with, all the other activists in the industry and things like that.
So is that what's happening right now? Because I don't know. Do you guys know? Because I didn't know.
And we talked about that.
So talk to me. Let us know what's going on in the world of Broadway as far as for us, you know, chocolate brown people.
Yeah.
Let us know what's going on with Broadway.
So following
what did the pandemic fuck up for more Black people?
No, literally, we can't have anything. So following Scott Rudin, for those who don't know, he's a Broadway producer who's like insanely abusive. There was a Hollywood Reporter whole article just laying it all out on the table. You can definitely Google that and read it. And then there were a lot of things in separate shows like Hamilton and all these things about the lack of racial diversity and equity and the way people of color, especially Black people, are treated behind the scenes. And so, a lot of actors came together and put up a list of demands for Actors Equity, which is the Broadway Actors and Stage Managers Union, demanding that, Scott Rudin not be allowed to produce shows and be taken out of the Broadway League and put on, there's a do not work list for individuals who are harmful to the work environment. And, people are asking to be put on that list and things like that. And just asking for more from their union because the union didn't do much for actors during the pandemic. But
still wanted dues.
From actors who had no jobs.
Who weren't getting their health care.
People's health care was lapsing. It was a hot ass mess. And Act Equity did basically nothing to remedy it. And so people are, they are not signing their contracts. They are not joining back on their shows. Karen Olivo left the cast of Moulin Rouge for that reason. Woo, Karen Olivo. Hello? That is a Tony Award-winning woman.
She said until
she sees a Broadway that reflects her integrity. And so we are standing with Miss Karen Olivo and all the other activists and actors. And it's hard because,
the shows are selling out.
The shows are selling out. Hello? And it's hard because we want to be in this industry too. And we want to audition and things like that. I've been auditioning since I was 15.
Right.
But, it's like if you stand for nothing, you're going to fall for everything. And if we just jump back into this industry, nothing's ever going to change.
You're going to get shit on
and we're going to be just like these people putting up these articles this is
20 years
treated
later.
in this show.
In the same spot.
It's always the same story. It's
it
just
sure
exactly
is.
The same thing. So you have to put your foot down at some point. Well, I commend
we're not
you
saying
guys.
Anything.
He's like, but I ain't saying nothing.
God. The hurt and the pain.
I'm so sorry. It's like, I don't.
It is tough.
It's tough.
This activism shit is not easy. Apparently.
Yeah. Because it's your own passion. You got to be like,
no, really. It's easy to boycott.
I refuse to
right?
sing. Right. I'm not singing that show tune today.
It's so
You're
much
not going to get me. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I saw they have a Michael Jackson show coming out on Broadway.
Yes.
And I just kind of feel like, sometimes I just feel like, can we just let this man rest? We get it. We know. He was, stop. I don't want it. I don't need it on Broadway. Y'all did it in Vegas. Y'all did it. Y'all had the whole.
It for years.
You did the hologram. We get
the
it.
hologram.
No, really though.
We really.
If you've had a hologram, I don't think you need a show.
It's okay. Just let him live.
We can do
not.
new things.
Let him just be.
We can do new things. I really want Broadway to realize that every movie doesn't have to be a musical. Every person doesn't need a musical about their life. We can simply come up with new ideas.
Come up with new ideas.
Who'd have thought that we could do original work?
Right?
Oh.
Well, you can't if you can't add that diversity that you need in there.
Sure can't.
It's always going to be that bland old, frozen shit. You know, I'm just going to need more Frozen songs.
Come on, Frozen.
It sure is.
I just can't. And I won't.
Sure is.
I won't do it.
I
Won't do it.
Me either.
So how do you feel, like, how have you kept in touch with any of your old classmates from your old school?
I actually just got lunch with Indigo, if you remember her.
Of course, I remember Indigo, darling.
Valedictorian of my class.
Darling. How could I forget Indigo?
We got brunch probably like 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. It was still hot as hell, so it was very recent.
Right.
And we caught up, which was so nice, and she's doing great.
Is she here in New York?
I think she's in New York, but she's going to the University of Chicago right now.
Okay, girl.
But I think she was remote for the semester, if I'm not mistaken.
That is awesome.
But
I know
doing
she's still
well.
friends with get Jordan.
Ashanti, yeah.
She's
still friends
I got
with
too many
her.
names. I don't know who.
We
I know
sure
has
do.
Jordan. I don't know who.
You sure do.
Yeah, they
It's okay.
I can't keep up. It was too
It's
many
all
names.
right. It's all right.
But yeah, but I be scoping. I be spying on them, and I be like, oh, they think they grown.
Sure do.
Like they outside. Like I don't. Elisha Warren. She's
doing nails now.
I let her do my nails. Right? I did. I was like, let me see what you gonna do. Right, when she needed some work, she had just started. But I had hit her up and she came to my house, where I was living at the time, and she did my nails for me. And she's been doing a lot better. Like she's
her
been doing
look good.
Listen, all the people who like got up during the pandemic was like, I'm gonna find something to do. Y'all started making candles and shit, making keychains and shit. I commend you. You feel me?
That was not
y'all
me.
started
Not
doing
me.
nails.
Not me.
Listen, I was like, this
out.
pandemic, we gonna have some nail techs. We gonna have some chefs.
Hello?
We gonna have some like real.
Hello.
The chefs didn't really work out too well, but
It's all right. We got the
y'all
nail
tried.
techs.
Y'all tried.
We got the nail techs.
Y'all tried, but we got a lot of nail techs out of this pandemic,
and some hair girls.
and we got some hair
Braiders.
girls.
Everybody knows how to make banana bread.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Oh my god.
A bunch of Jennas.
I was baking too. Hello.
Was there anything like? Was there any like? Anything that happened during the pandemic that you guys like just? Like, what was the one thing you craved throughout the pandemic that you know you need to stop? Did you gain your panty 15?
I did and
you
worked
work
that
out?
hoe off.
She said I worked
for
that.
the
She
last
said not
6
me.
months.
She said I'm so sexy this summer. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Her
outside.
and what about it?
Her?
And what about it?
Her.
I actually went through my first breakup during the panty.
Oh,
That was actually the worst. You couldn't pay me money to do that shit again.
I don't know what the hell was
She
in
said,
there. Y'all didn't tell me about this shit. Y'all
Y'all sure
ain't heard
didn't.
about when they fuck
Okay.
up and it's over. What I do then?
That breakup is sponsored by BoJack Horseman for getting me
Oh
through
my
the
god!
entire
Thank you for sharing your first breakup.
It was
with
so
us.
hard, and then having to be at home all the time. A bitch was dying.
Oh my
A
god!
bitch was dying. She was staying up to 6 a.m. every day, sobbing her eyes out to BoJack Horseman.
That's crazy.
And then she was okay. And
I
now
can't
here
even
we
remember
are.
what was my first breakup. I don't
Oh my God,
know.
tell
I
us.
didn't take none
Tell
of these niggas
us.
seriously.
Yes, you do.
No,
Tell us.
no,
You
no.
dead remember. You dead remember. You full of shit.
No. I don't have breakups.
Okay.
I just let go.
Okay. Come on, Gemini.
Let it
I
go.
just let go. Circling back.
So okay, so I'm gonna ask you, how was your experience at Trey Whitfield?
It was.
All right, let me rephrase that.
Yeah. Can I get a more specific question?
No. How was your experience at Trey Whitfield, and how did it help,
Okay.
hurt,
Okay. There's that. Yeah.
or transform
There we go. Those are nice adjectives.
the person you are today?
Nice verbs. It definitely did transform me into the person I was today. I had come, like, before I came to Trey Whitfield School, I was at like an pretty much all white Catholic school for most of. I had been there since pre-K, so I knew all those friends and all that stuff. And so it sucked to leave. Like, I did not want to leave. Okay.
Right.
I was ready to, graduate with these people, like go to prom with these people. So when I found out I had to leave, I was already upset. And then we got there, and I don't know. I had never had to make friends before. Like, I'd grown up with these people forever, so they were my friends.
Got you.
And making friends in 7th grade is not easy when
Not
everyone
at
already
all.
has their
And they've
friends.
known each other since like nursery. Like,
Yeah. And like,
Why?
you remember my hair was short at the time.
Right.
Which was
She
not
was like, I'm different.
in style for 12-year-old girls.
I was like, I'm different.
Okay?
I am.
It was not the
I tell her
sexy
she's brave.
thing.
Right. She's like,
Hello?
she didn't have her extensions.
I
She
sure
ain't
didn't. I
have
didn't have
her-
my closure, my U part, no nothing.
Sir.
Okay. My hair was short.
She looked her age.
It was not particularly liked among the males, but those boys were stupid anyway.
Come on now.
Like looking back, I'm like, bitch, that's what you wanted.
Looking
like
back.
I want you to really look back and examine what the hell. So it wasn't. I mean, there were great times, I will say, like amidst the madness and the chaos, and the hurt feelings and the tears and the there were good times, you know. I made friends that obviously have lasted quite a bit, like Indigo and people like that. And I made it out alive, thank God. Like, if nothing the hell else, I made it out alive. If literally nothing else. My dad will joke to this day. He's like, Sydney's personal hell would be to wake up and be in 7th grade again. And I was like, no, really. Like, it would simply be to wake up and be in 7th grade again and have to put on that blue skirt and that blue fucking shirt.
Oh my
with
God.
that damn tie and walk down those hallways every fucking day.
See, at least you were lucky enough to have the blue shirt and the blue skirt, because when we went to that school, the uniform is brown and yellow.
Yeah,
so we had that plaid brown and white.
The skirt that you would hike up? Did you really go to private school if you didn't shorten your skirt?
I never shortened my skirt.
Okay.
And we couldn't.
You rolled it up.
No.
I swear you
Hold
on. Wait a minute. Let's be clear. All right. I always been the tallest girl in my class. 1, 2.
Okay. 2. Back in the day when Trayvon was Bethlehem, when I went there, we weren't allowed the shenanigans y'all got away with, right? Remember, we were growing up in the 80s and the 90s. The shenanigans y'all got away with, we didn't get away with. They used to beat us. So they didn't beat y'all. The time they came around and y'all, like, I was against the law. Oh, yeah? Like, they used to beat us. And they used to beat us. They used to call it the chair leg, okay? It wasn't chair leg, but it was like 3 rulers together. And they would wrap them in duct tape.
Oh, no.
Right? And they would tell us that, you know, we're allowed to beat you because your parents signed a contract for you when you came to the school, that we have allowed to discipline you. What? Yo, when I got older, I found out that was a lie. Like, there was no contract. Like,
you should have asked
to beat us. And that's how the discipline. Not only did they beat us, but they would, like, randomly line everyone up outside of the classroom, like, in the morning, like, everybody doing devotion. Yeah, all right. They lined everybody up in the hallway. They would walk around with a yardstick ruler. They would check everyone's skirt to make sure your skirt was touching your knees, long over your knees. They would make sure your earrings were smaller than a quarter.
Oh, yeah, they love the earrings.
Your shoes had to be polished.
The earrings
Your
really
clothes had to be ironed. You know, you had to be everywhere. And your boys' shirts had to be tucked in. They had to have their tie, their belt.
Hair couldn't be too long.
Well, you was getting your ass beat, right?
Sure was.
So, to the point where we used to have, like, jars of Vaseline in our lockers. So when they came around, we'd be like, oh, shit, they're not going to get me today. Like, slathering in our shoes. But like Vaseline, like, they were really strict back in the day. So when they got to y'all, and I went back to teach, I was tight.
I'm sure.
I was like, how they wearing blue? Like, he don't even got a tie on.
Like, yo, never was you walk around with no tie.
And like, y'all was getting away with so much shit. And I was just sitting there like, nah, this some old bullshit. like things that they were saying. I was like, oh, y'all don't beat no more. I said, that's why they talk to y'all like that. Y'all not beating me.
No, really. Like, them kids were
it was very different for me coming in, being a student, and then coming in as a teacher. Yeah. And then having my child there as a parent. He didn't know. And then he was there for like a year. But for him, you know, and just like with me, when I went there, because it was a private school and they graded, there's something in my eye, Lord Jesus, and they graded 2 years above, supposedly. You know, I felt like they were always pushing the kids. So my kid's in nursery.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And you stressing him out to write off 3 chalkboards some stuff y'all wrote on the board. First of all, the nigga can't write and the nigga can't read. So how was he supposed to write all this stuff off the board? Yeah. And like, I go check on him and he's stressed because y'all not let him go to lunch. Y'all not let him go to play. Y'all not let him go leave. Yeah. Until he writes this, like,
it was a lot.
It wasn't necessary. So
it was a lot.
So he got out of that because my child's sanity was way more important than y'all so-called education being 2 years above whatever. Yeah. Like, absolutely not. And he never wanted to go back. And he always had the choice as he got older. Like, do you want to go back to Trey Whitfield?
And he was like, hell no. And I do not blame
that. And
you
know, with me, after I was done with them, but, you know, for my reasons.
Yes, I know.
But like I said in the beginning, I was the same child.
Sure were.
As a student that I was as a teacher. But even as a teacher, I just admired and appreciated the relationships that I had with y'all. Because even in the beginning when I came back.
And I would say the same for me. I much prefer the relationships that I have with my teachers as opposed to my peers. Like,
absolutely.
But remember, I used to like sit in lunch at Mr. Q's room. Like, I didn't even sit in the lunchroom for.
Sometimes there's.
I was that kid. Like, it's a little embarrassing.
Excuse me.
It's not embarrassing.
Like, I almost say I was in the movies. I was the eat lunch in the bathroom girl, but I didn't eat lunch in the bathroom.
First of all, you mad disrespectful because this is my show and you just mentioned that.
You shall not be named.
Like, how dare you?
Like Voldemort.
Sorry, Queen. But
he alright though.
You cut that out of the
I could, but I won't. And I'm gonna post that part.
Like that.
Look, I'm gonna post that part.
So, only that part.
The mess. But
no, but I just always appreciated having a teacher. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I had one though when I was in Bethlehem. I mean, I guess Miss Mark, she was a math teacher, but she also was my tenant in my house, so she kind of was always in my business anyway. So, so she was someone I could confide in.
Yeah.
But now I would like all my business. Now I can confide in her on my business because I'm grown. But and then in high school, I had the Spanish teacher. I didn't even take Spanish, but me and the Spanish teacher, we was mad like close, and we was dope. And she was the person that I would always like go lean on and talk to. Yeah. You know, like when everybody stole stuff from the Disney park, she knew it wasn't me because I was with her. You feel me? So I mean, did I sleep with the chaperone? Yes, but that's a sidebar.
You so stupid.
I was busy. I wasn't stealing. So that's all that matters. You know what I mean? But I always had that teacher. So when I went back to Trey Whitfield, first of all, I got called. I didn't go back. They called for me.
You better look alive now.
They called for me. You better look y'all were doing the Lion King.
Yeah, that was. I think it was the year before I came.
Probably. Oh, so I was there. See, I can't.
You had just been there like a year before because Narain was Scar, I think.
Who?
Narain.
Who is that?
How you don't remember he was in the show that you choreographed?
Who's Narain?
Text.
Okay, wait, he was in the show?
I'm gonna tell you who to talk to after that. He was Scar.
What was his character? Oh, that boy! Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I was gonna tell you. Yep, there we go.
Scar in my life.
Were you really?
Scar. Oh my god, I'm sure you ate.
It was okay.
I know, with them eyes. Oh, he was scarred.
He was eating.
He was scarred. He was scarred. The Lion King was their best production, by the way.
Really?
No, y'all best production at Trey Whitfield.
Yeah,
that was the best thing y'all ever did.
I didn't
oh, you meant really as in.
I was like, really?
Yeah, no, it was. They did really good with that show. They did really good. I was proud of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of work.
I'm sure.
And I didn't get paid.
Well,
so,
I
didn't
volunteer.
Listen, that's another thing. They love to call you and be like, "Can you volunteer?" I am not 14, ma'am. I'm not looking for credits. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm a grown ass woman. I can't volunteer nothing. Like, figure it out. Figure it out. Like,
not figure it out.
The hell. So then, when I went back and I started meeting you guys and I started connecting with you guys, I really felt like those teachers, those older teachers, they had issues with it because they felt like, well, I'm a younger teacher, number one, and I don't give a fuck. So one, I felt like, damn, is Shara helping or is she corrupting? Like, I really felt like they was really questioning.
Yeah.
Like, but I appreciated that you guys had me to come to.
No, yeah,
because one thing for sure that I hate, especially growing up, I've always hated when I hear adults say things like, especially when it comes to their students, like, she's just lazy, or she just don't want to work, or she's not going through nothing. Like, there's nothing wrong with her. Yeah. Like when they label kids and say there's nothing wrong with them, you're a child. Yeah. Like you're not going through nothing. You're not dealing with nothing. All your adult issues are because of your childhood drama.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So stop telling kids that they're not going through nothing, especially when they're your students. And because 90% of these students listen, and when you're those old Caribbean teachers in those old Caribbean ways,
they don't believe in depression.
We're not having no conversation. Like, what you going through? Like,
get your work done. Like, it's not even.
Like, I promise you, there was a situation in the school where there was a girl who wanted to commit suicide or whatever. Right? Nobody was paying attention, but Miss Shara, you welcome. And then I brought it to administrator, creative face. I brought it to administrator's attention, right? And like, there were more concerns with why did this child come to Miss Shara with the information than what is she really dealing with or going through, you know? Yeah. And I had to sit with the principal who knew me since I was a kid, and I had to really break it down to him. Stop saying that these kids aren't going through nothing. Yeah. He's like, what are you talking about now? Sir, I'm not going to say your name. Sir, I want you to know, the whole time I was in this school, right? I was being molested from the time I was 9 to the time I was 14. Y'all sent me to a prep school in New Hampshire for summer camp. I totally got raped. Almost tried to kill myself, took a bottle of pills, had my stomach pumped, came back. Nobody ever told y'all about that. Came back to schools, doing everything. But all you ever heard was, Shara's lazy. Shara doesn't want to do the work. Shara's bored. But no one ever asked, what the fuck is really going on with Shara? Shara was dealing with finding out she was adopted. Shara was dealing with, like, a whole bunch of other shit. But because I'm a child, and it's not fair. Like, you never know what these kids are going through. And if you stay... And if you're this old teacher who's wearing plaid and polka dots and your hair is in like a bun and you got this nun skirt on and you coming in every day, there's no way in hell I'm coming to reach out to you to tell you what I'm going through.
There's no way.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I see this teacher walking and she got pink hair today, purple hair tomorrow, she got on colorful socks. She know every freaking kid's name in the school. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Bob. Hey, John. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
it's different.
It's different energy.
It's so different. And like when I was there and like going through all my shit and like some of the shit I went through, you know, didn't have to do with Draperfield School. Like some of that shit I came in with. Like I'm dealing with a lot of shit. But you know, I just didn't feel. You see your teachers and you see the way they treat other kids, and you don't want to be treated like that. Like there'd be kids in there who like didn't have their shirts pressed or whatever, and you just see the way they snatch them up and treat them like garbage. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna tell this woman that like I don't like how my body look in this skirt. She's gonna tell me something crazy.
She gonna tell me she agrees.
She don't like how my body looking in that skirt.
Yeah, you're gaining weight. You know, I saw it last summer when you was skinny. What?
Yeah, like it just,
I'm 13. I ain't even developed yet. Exactly. Like, help me. Like,
she didn't even fall where it's supposed to fall yet. And like, it was like definitely shaped me to who I am today. And I look back and I just want to give 7th grade me such a big fat hug.
Listen, and especially like, 7th grade, and that's the age where you're trying to
so
figure out
hard.
yourself. There's the girls who think they're cute. 7th grade sucks. You want these ugly boys to like you. You don't even know why. You want to because y'all the only 4 boys here anyway. So and then you got these teachers. You can't reach out to nobody. You can't confide in nobody. Then you got your miserable West Indian parents. You can't reach out to them and can't confide in them because they're like, why are we even having this conversation?
Yep.
So it's like, who do you confide in? And then you find that one teacher you can confide in, and then it's questioned like, why?
Yeah.
Like, because why not? Like, because I'm that person. I'm that person that's going to call my students and say, yo, let's go thrift shopping. Let's go to these thrift stores. And let's go shopping. Let's go have some brunch. Let's go. Who else are they going to confide in? Who else are they going to? And because I always know that's something I wanted and needed, I'm always going to be that person. Yeah. And that's the only reason I wanted to be an educator, not because I wanted to actually teach y'all. I don't know what these books are saying.
Be a counselor.
You know what I'm saying? I thought about that too. But I was like,
I don't think you're supposed to be a teacher. I think you should be a counselor.
See, I also just have an issue with people. I don't want to be in no office, no people, in no building, no school, doing all that. It's the adults for me. I don't want to be around y'all. Like, I'd rather be around the kids.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather be around the kids. Like, and it's a different energy. When you can speak the kids' language, and you can, like, be like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not doing it. Like, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Like, are you dumb? And when you start talking to kids, they look at you like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Try me. Like, I'm grown, but I'm still here. Like, stop playing me. I have a 10-year-old. I'm not. I still look like I'm 25.
Yeah.
But I just really appreciate that. And I always wanted to, and like I always told y'all, even when y'all left, that I was always going to be here. I don't care how old you are. Like, I'm still friends with people from summer camp because that's just the energy that I am. You know what I mean? And I just love good energy, and I appreciate good energy. Yeah. So I'm always going to be here for you. I'm always going to be here for your sister. I'm always going to be here for you, Elijah, because you're my new best friend, too.
Her.
So, and I've never been to Ohio. Like, I got dispensaries and stuff. I got some dispensaries. Sounds like a road trip. We going back to you? Sound like a road trip.
That's what it sounds like.
But, you know, I just wanted to be clear. It is still Gemini season.
Oh, thank God.
Gang. It's still Gemini season. My birthday is next Thursday. That's June 10th.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
My birthday is next Thursday, but I'm celebrating now. June 10th is my birthday. If you love me, you need me, you want me in your life. My Cash App is Give Me the Dough. My Venmo is Shara Yard with an E. And also, I love you. Stay blessed, stay black, stay humble. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Elijah, for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you guys. Tell your sister I love her. I know she's going to come, but she'll come back. She'll definitely come back.
We will bring her back.
Next week's show, I really don't know what's going to happen for next week's show, guys, because I'm not going to be here. Because it's Gemini season, and it's my birthday.
Good.
So I'll be under the sun. Just like that. Yeah. With a drink in my hand.
Woo!
and a spliff in the other.
All right.
You feel me? And if you're thinking about me again, hit my Cash App because I still have bills to pay when I get back from the sun.
So enjoy Gemini season. Remember, Mercury's in retrograde. People are going to try to test you.
Child.
Energy is
Hello?
moving. You are being tested.
No, retrograde
Those who need to be removed,
Hitting me. In my
those who need to be removed will be removed from your space.
face.
And those who need to be in it will be in it to win it. Amen?
Amen.
Everybody, go roll a flat spliff. Smoke. Do you smoke? Ooh. Is your mama watching this?
Yeah.
Ooh, she know you smoke?
Sure does.
She know now.
It wasn't me, Ma. I didn't do it. It wasn't
was
me.
not
I
Miss
did
Shara.
not. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Listen, any gateway drugs your kids are on, it was not Miss Shara. Miss Shara
It actually was not.
always so bad work.
I
All
can
right?
attest. Always? Every day? All the days.
Yo, they used to come here. My students used to come to me and be like, "Yo, Miss Shara, yeah, you smell like weed." This is me. I'd be like, "Thank you."
And that's solidarity.
But it was always
That
on the
is what
low. It was
solidarity
always
looks
on the
like.
low. And I appreciated it. It was always on
So
the low.
funny.
That is
But
hilarious.
they were like coming like they're about to give me a hug. Like, Miss Shara. I'm like, "What's up?" You smell like weed. Thank you.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna go clean that up real quick.
Sounds
What y'all want to learn today?
Right.
Right, I'll be teaching them dances. I'll be like,
You
5,
sure
6,
would.
7, 8, and they'd be like, all right, and I'd be like, so what did I just do? Because I don't remember. That's what I'm teaching y'all. I'm teaching y'all.
Do it right now.
So y'all remember.
Away from the mirror.
I just made it up. I didn't actually like make steps to teach you. I'm making it up right now. Like, good times. That's when you know you're good. Okay?
No, really.
Improvisation.
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining my live. See you
Woo!
guys next week. No, you won't see me next week. The Smart Facts guys might take over my show next week because I already paid for it, so they might as well. But I'll see you guys at some point. Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.